All right, you guys, I want to thank you for coming back to United Community Change Who's Who series. And today we have a wonderful community member, David Jackson, who we're going to be talking to today about his business. I am Mia Jones, and I'm a realtor here in Springfield, Missouri, also founder of United Community Change. And we are here to give platform to those individuals in our communities who may not be known or who you might want to know. Hey, David, how are you doing today?
Yeah, doing really well. Good to see you.
Fantastic. Well, this is a Who's Who series, and so it's all about you. I want you to tell us any and everything about yourself that we absolutely need to know. Anything encouraging, anything inspiring, also anything that we must know about your business. So tell us about who you are, where you live, and how did you get started in doing what you do?
Oh, okay. Well, so as you mentioned, my name's David Jackson. I'm a certified financial planner. And I've been in the financial services industry for about 26 years now. I have my own firm, Modern Horizons Wealth Advisors. We're based here in Kansas City. We sit right on the state line, of Kansas and Missouri. We're actually on the Kansas side, but I can cross the street and I'll be in Missouri, and I live in Missouri. So we're as a financial advisory firm. We help our clients with investing, with planning for retirement, to build wealth within the community. A good portion of our clients are African American, and so a big part of our objective is to help build and preserve wealth within the African American community. And that's by making sure people are investing their money in a suitable manner to get good long-term growth that they can pass on from generation to generation.
And so when did you start your business?
We started this business about 3 years ago in 2019. But like I said, I've been in the financial service industry for about 26 years now.
Fantastic. And is it a family-owned business? Is it just you? Got some partners?
I have two partners, Bridget Jackson, who's not related, and Amanda Campbell.
Fantastic. Cool.
Yes.
So what has you going down this road? I know you want to help African Americans. Did you go to college and you that's what you wanted to do? Or like, how did you get into wealth building?
Well, so I went to college and got a degree in business administration. So in business, I learned a little bit about investing. I think kind of the bigger issue for me is I've always noticed that African Americans, we tend to spend money on stuff that's visible and maybe not necessarily invest our money. So I've always wondered, okay, why is that? And I kind of was able to determine we just don't get educated like our white counterparts when it comes to how money works and how money can build on itself. And so I know my parents never really invested at all during their working career. And, one of the reasons why I started investing was because one of my first jobs, they offered a 401k plan, and I had to figure out, well, what does that mean? And what do I do with that?
Yeah.
And so I started understanding a little bit more about investing from that process. And it kind of helped me to understand, well, a lot of us are like that. If I went to college and had a business degree and I really didn't know that much about investing, then I bet there's a bunch of us that don't have business degrees that know very little or nothing about investing.
Absolutely. I know I have a 401k. Sometimes I do something with it. Sometimes I'm just clueless to what to do with that.
Yeah. You're not by yourself. I run into a lot of people in that situation. Yeah, I get it.
So like with wealth building, wealth is so, I'm sorry, hold on. Wealth can be intimidating to some people. And so what do you have to do to work with you? Like, what do you need? Like, what are the qualifications of a client that you would be looking for?
Well, so my preferred client is somebody who has is getting real close to retirement, or somebody who's changed jobs and they need to figure out what to do with their retirement money, or somebody who's inherited money or won a settlement or something like that. They come into a lump sum of money. and they're trying to figure out, well, what are the most efficient ways for me to grow this money? Our practice, we have intentionally decided not to put any minimums in place because we do want to, or we do not want to discourage people from seeking us out, even if it is just to educate them.
Mhm.
But usually clients will come to me. They do have a lump sum of money that they're trying to do something with, or they're ready to commit to a certain amount per month to start building their money.
Absolutely. And I know a lot about investment on the real estate side. On
Yes.
the stock side, do you guys work into real estate or anything as far as wealth building goes?
We don't. We advise clients that have real estate, and we help people with adding maybe real estate to their portfolios if they don't want to go out and buy property. We can help them invest in mutual funds or real estate investment trusts, REITs, to get exposure to the real estate industry. So yeah, we do in a certain way.
And I know a part of wealth building is insurance. Do you guys get into insurance?
Oh, quite a bit. And we help people, whether it's term insurance or different types of whole life policies for lifetime insurance. We help explain the difference between the two to our clients and help them make the decision what's right for their family and their particular situation.
Absolutely. So what made you choose the location? So what made you choose your location for your business is? And do you guys do business all over? Is there a limit, to where you will do business?
There's really no limit. I have probably clients in 10 or more states throughout the country, but we chose our location here because it was centrally located in the Kansas City area. We didn't want to be way out in the burbs where we felt really exclusive to just a certain demographic. We wanted to be centrally located for people in any part of the city could access us.
So how can someone contact you, or what platforms are you on?
Yeah, so we're available on LinkedIn, on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Modern Horizons Wealth Advisors. I have a LinkedIn just under my name, David Jackson, and then we also have a business page under Modern Horizons. We have a website that you can access to learn a little bit more about us called mhwealthkc.com, I believe. So yeah, we try to be available, through social media or through a phone call.
So you guys are up to par. We can find you because social media
we know that's
is
important.
where it's at.
Yeah,
so, okay,
gotta
good.
be available. Yeah.
Do you see that your business attracts a lot of young people like myself?
So, my biggest demographic as far as clients are concerned is people who are in their 50s and 60s, but we do work with people in their 20s and 30s, and we will help grandma or grandpa set up a kids account for grandkids, get started early, or 529 plans to help them save for college, different things like that. So we work with a wide swath of clientele, various ages, but kind of to help you understand, typically clients, they'll come to me when they get in their mid to late 40s or early 50s, and they're thinking, okay, the kids are gone now. I got a little bit more disposable income, and retirement is getting really, really close. I need to get serious about retirement. Right. And so a lot of times they'll come to me, it's like, okay, how close am I to being able to afford to retire? And what do I need to do from now until retirement age to get me there?
Absolutely. But knowing about wealth, the sooner you get started, the better. So speaking to the young people, what reason should they contact with you, in the back of their mind and be like, oh, I don't need that right now. I'm not retired. I don't have no kids. Right. But why should they reach out to you before that time comes?
Well, a big portion of the reason would be because they need to understand how money works. And you hit the nail on the head in that the sooner you start investing, the more quickly your money starts accumulating. And If I look at somebody who's accumulated, say, a nest egg of $1 million or so, most of the growth to get to $1 million started in those early years and letting that money compound and compound and compound and compound. So the earlier you start, the better off you're going to be as far as building wealth.
Absolutely. So you guys listen to that, okay? Y'all going to the club or whatever you're doing, stop what you're doing and come talk to Mr. Jackson, because he's gonna point you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Okay, so like, how did you come up with some fun things? Like, how did you come up with your name for your business?
Well, that's kind of interesting. We were trying to think of a name that would represent the fact that we're trying to be all-inclusive to clientele, so that there are a lot of financial advisors in the city and in the state that don't look like me and don't look like our firm, And so we wanted a name that would basically represent the modern family. If you think about the show, I think it's called The Modern Family or something similar. It's like we have clients that are single females, single parents, mixed blended families. We have all different types of clients, and we want our name to represent. So when we say Modern Horizons, we're thinking of that modern family scenario where it's not just the old Ozzie and Harriet or, Leave It to Beaver type of family.
Yeah, and also has a good ring to a horizon. You kind of like taking those modern families and bringing them up. Like,
thank you,
to build wealth, and I like that.
Yeah, you
that's
get it.
awesome.
You get it.
So, how are you a full day, like 8 to 5? When can a client? Do you book appointments, or like how does that system work for you?
Yeah, matter of fact, if somebody went on our website or received an email from me, they can click on to schedule an appointment right off of the link and see what my calendar looks like and see what days are available. So I don't charge anything for initial consultations. It's get an hour of my time free just to see if I can help you and if you want my help. And you can always reach out to me via email or through social media with questions and all.
Fantastic. So it doesn't cost anything just to ask some questions. So if you got some questions, exactly. He will talk to you, and then y'all come up with a plan. And then from there, then you can get into the fees and agreements and things like that.
Exactly.
So that there's no barrier here. That's great. Do you invest into the community or in the community that you live in at all? And how do you give back?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we make charitable donations to a lot of different organizations within the industry. Within our community. We recently invested in the, what is it called? It's something that Patrick Mahomes, he was supporting a playground in the inner city, and we made donations to that to kind of help that cause. So we got various things that we've committed to, like the Operation Breakthrough, which is pretty well known here in the Kansas City area, and things like that.
Fantastic. And do you ever come out here to Springfield? That's just me wanting to know.
Man, I haven't been to Springfield in ages. Usually I'm headed to like Arkansas or somewhere south, and I'll drive through Springfield. But yeah, I haven't really made a specific trip, but doesn't mean that I won't.
Well, I have to invite you. We're having our Juneteenth Freedom Walk events out here. Really? United Community Change is hosting. And so we're going to have a DEI, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion 5K run. We're going to have a Freedom Walk. And then we also have a music festival that night and on Sunday. So if you want to come, there's some things to do for Juneteenth. I know that Kansas City has some things going on for Juneteenth that they should be. But if you want something extra to do, then I'm inviting you.
All right. Sounds like fun. I may take you up on that.
Absolutely. If someone was to walk away from you not knowing you very well and you gave them your business card, what would you want them to leave with, and why would they reach back out to you?
Well, so I think the biggest thing for me is I intentionally attract African Americans as clients. It's like, it's not happenstance. It's an intentional effort. You know, I've advertised in the Black media in Kansas City because, you know, everybody wants to make money. And, you know, I have a job because I'm trying to make money. But my ulterior motive is to build wealth in our community. And so I intentionally serve the African American community because I think my higher purpose in this career is to help us build that wealth in our community. There's a huge wealth gap. I don't know if you've heard about it, but the wealth gap between African Americans and the white community is like 10 to 1. So if the average white family has $100,000 in wealth, the average Black family will have like $10,000 in wealth. And that's not going away. So, you know, I feel like one of the reasons why I'm in the business is to try to help bridge that gap as much as I can. A small part of that.
And I love that because our mission is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And that really hits that equity part, you know, getting people the knowledge that they need in order to compete against the majority on the same level and just having the better chance, you know, the same opportunities and chances that everyone else gets. And I'm so glad that you have decided to do that for the community, for the Black community. And also, I'm sure you also offer the services to the entire community as well.
Absolutely.
Even though you focus in on the African Americans. But I do appreciate your time and you coming on to my Who's Who series to figure out who you are and how we can utilize your service in our community to help better our people. And so any last words that you would like for them to know?
Well, I always tell the young people that I work with, pay yourself first. And basically what that means is that, you know, you're going to get a paycheck. Don't wait until you spend money on everything else and then try to save some. Save some first so that you don't forget. Make yourself a priority.
Absolutely. Because if you take it out first, then you won't spend it.
You got it.
I love it. All right. Thank you so much, David, for coming on with us. That's our Who's Who series, you guys. If you want to check out this video, you can check it out on YouTube, Facebook. Go to our uccempowers.com. Also, I'll put in the bottom of the link, the links where you can contact David and his organization and reach out to him. If you have any more questions, feel free to give us a call. And thank you for coming back. Enjoy your day.